number 7, thou shalt not commit adultery.
You shall not commit adultery. This is a tough one. Many other commandments, and I told you there were 613
Right.
altogether, and many of them are dealing with interpreting this one. Many of those commandments in the law has to do with how to live in order not to violate this one. Also, in addition to the fact that in the Torah there are many commandments having to do with sexual morality and sexual conduct, there were many interpretations expanding on ideas that were done by prophets and priests and judges and rabbis over the centuries. And there's just volumes and volumes
Right.
in Hebrew literature dealing with this subject. And they were all done, all of these things were done, including the original commandment, to help adherents to the covenant understand something about the complexity of human sexuality, and to give them some rules and guidelines for how to avoid pitfalls
Right.
that come with everyday life, that come with emotions and hormones and all the other things that are active in each individual human being, and especially in the community of human beings. And fact of the matter is, the society is still working all of this out.
Yeah, we're still struggling with it.
Sometimes
Right?
we're struggling with it more now, maybe than at other times, perhaps. But it's always been a problem for human beings when they exist together to keep this commandment.
Obviously, if you're going to if you're attempting, or your goal is to live in harmony with your neighbor, not having an adulterous relationship with his wife is a really good idea.
Yeah.
But sex is a huge force. It's an extremely important force in the human condition, and so it's one that's constantly violated. And I mean, it's every day in the media there's another violation by somebody, and that's become public.
That's exactly right. And we go back to this idea that all of these rules were given by a loving God to help people to live healthful, productive lives in the world that He made for us.
Right.
And so, you know, when we go astray in this area, we open ourselves up for a lot of disease, for a lot of misery, for wars, fighting, you know, and actually can lead to murder and all kinds of things.
Yes.
When we go astray in these in the sexual conduct. And really, what God wanted was a way to help people have healthful reproduction and family life.
Right.
That was what was important to God.
Because a strong family life is a great launching pad for the children.
Yes.